sideline, Charles Davis in the booth. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and the moment has finally arrived, CD. It's time to begin a new NFL season.
Partner, there's no hiding my excitement as I got ready this morning. I could not wait to get here for this game. Imagine what it's like out there on the field for those players, though. OTAs, training camp, preseason has all led to this moment when they officially kick this one off to get the season underway.
22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And off we go from Cleveland. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1, a lot more to go. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the C's opened up for him.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So here comes the Browns offense with a long field ahead. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Nice footwork at the 25. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. The run got 4. Now they deal a 2nd and 6. They're going to look to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
And on 3rd down, the Browns going to go with a nickel set. He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I think the Browns got it. They did. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
On the counter, Gibson. And they'll get him down right around the 16. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll drop to throw. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Buying time, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. And his kick here is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So the fumble recovery haven't set up an ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. Oh, 3 safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. Finding room at midfield. Finding room at midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. They'll set up to throw. He'll find Diggs once more on the completion. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Throw's going to be incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He completes it to Henry. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Back to throw again. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Straight ahead, Gibson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. To throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. 3-3, a tight one after 1 on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. It'll be a gain of 5. And it'll be 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Complete. It's Henry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. An inside give to Jones. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2nd down, another shot for Jones. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. The left side completion to Jones. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the 1st half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the 2nd half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now back to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Here's 2nd and a yard. They go back to the ground with Jones. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Back to throw. Steps away to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. Looking for his man on the out route, and he's got Diggs. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. On play action, they'll throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
They'll go with Jones, and he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2, but he doesn't come anywhere close. And this Browns defense stands tall. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll set up a throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
The Bengals with 2 extra DBs. A nickel look on 3rd.
Blanketing the passing lanes.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Logan Wilson, the one who got in there and dropped him to the ground. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And if you're wondering just how quickly that sack occurred, the next-gen stats tell us 2.6 seconds is all he had to throw the football. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Gun now on 3rd down. Pass to Henry is intercepted. And the Browns will take over possession here up at the 44. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Back to throw here. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Bengals will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A very good starting field position from the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. This one fielded at the 5. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
All right, partner, a brand new season. With it comes a sense of unbridled optimism for every team and, of course, every quarterback. It's a blank slate for every passer in this league, and he really couldn't hide his excitement during interviews this week.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 28. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
They go play action here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 2nd and 4. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. They'll look to throw again. His throw caught right around the 6. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's the Browns shaken up on the play. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. 1st and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. Now Jones. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. One back in the game. That's Jones, 2nd and goal. He'll drop to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Stephon Diggs from 3 yards out. And the Bengals are on the board here first in the season opener. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And they will be led out by their 2nd-year quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He finds his man complete. That's Sherman. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Out route, and this is Henry with a catch. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Up the middle, Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. A drive there of just 4 plays, and was polished off by the touchdown run from the 16-yard line. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Hands it off out of the gun. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. This is taken at the 18. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. A pass there over the middle to start things out. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They run the toss now with Gibson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now.
You see that celebration from him after that stop? Those corners don't normally have the chance to get behind the line of scrimmage and hand them big losses. So when he got that opportunity, he certainly made it a memorable one.
Now, after the loss, he'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17. They're going to look to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Holding offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
The Browns send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick 47. This one looks good as well. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. And out now, here come the Bengals. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 40 yards for him on the ground in this first quarter. He has been tremendous to start the new year.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. It's complete to Diggs. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught. He hits more. And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Jones. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. The ball on the 8 still could get a 1st down technically. 2nd and 7. They'll set up a throw. And he's got it. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes, and they just completed another one for a 1st down there to the tight end.
They'll set up to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Stephon Diggs with career touchdown number 109. That ties him with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list. And the Bengals are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's finished off by the touchdown by Stephon Diggs. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll go again with Gibson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
They'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. This is brought in at the 21. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. 50 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Back to throw here. And Diggs has it. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. On play action, they'll throw. And that will be incomplete. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
Cleveland offense making their way out. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A handoff running left is Gibson to the 36-yard line. Stop there. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
And this one is right down the middle. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. 66 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. The give is to Jones. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. This is fielded at the 27. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does. And I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback With that time frame, and anytime you didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll start with two teams who have had some memorable playoff battles in the last decade or so. New England on the road to take on Baltimore. And it's the Patriots with the lead in that one. The Pats looking for the win on the road in Week 1. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they were winners as they defeat the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. The Panthers with an ideal start as they move to 1-0 in front of their home faithful. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And that one all tied against the visiting Steelers. Now time for a check of the next-gen stats in the first half for the Bengals. And it was important for them to get the season off on the right foot. And they've done just that, thanks to a very solid outing by their passing offense thus far. Meanwhile, for the Browns, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And the half will begin with a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. They'll run with Gibson. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Holding offense.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on third down. Now back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Holding offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Back to throw again. And he's got his big wide receiver complete.
The pass caught by number 10. A gain of 7 brings up second down at the 45.
2nd and 13. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A give to Jones. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
The punt team on now as from their end zone they get it away. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. They're going to look to throw. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd and 12.
He'll look to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And a bit of a daunting task here for this offense as they'll start out at the 1-yard line.
I guess we could easily say there's a whole lot of real estate in front of them if they want to achieve their goal, which is get to the other end zone.
And 99 yards to go if they want to do just that. Here's Jones again on 2nd down. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have the 1st down here as he's up to the 15. 85 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Now here's a throw that's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
He's going to air one out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll run it with Jones. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. fielded at the 20. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Straight ahead, Gibson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
A 5-yard gain on the play.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 2nd and 4. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute pump-up. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. An inside give to Jones. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 2nd and 3. This one swung out here to Jones. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And this will be taken at the 13. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Now left side on the swing pass. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. 2nd and 2.
27-yard line.
Forced out to his left. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. They'll drop to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
2nd and 14. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete.
That's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 12.
They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, complete. It's Sherman. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. And they'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
They'll go. It's Gibson. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down, and the Bengals will get the football back. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Again, it's Jones. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. The Bengals bring out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow. Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. His whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The offense on 3rd down, a pretty anemic, a very anemic, 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. The Browns send out their punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Up the middle, Jones. And space tough to come by there, so he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Looking to throw. Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now this one complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Bengals grab it. Again with a juke. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Bengals getting set to go. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sherman. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. 62 yards. They'll try and run it here. And the Browns are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. Here's a great example right there.
So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Ready to go on offense. Out come the Bengals. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll go again to Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. This is Jones. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And that is no good. And this will stay a 2-score game at 16.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So now the Browns down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. Now the missed field goal, that was big. That keeps them within 2 scores. And they've got it 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit. Give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that call now might get the fans back into this one.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. One final shot. They'll look to throw. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Now, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Bengals, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. They'll get another road test next week as they head to Mile High to take on the Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins.
I'm the best, I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my go, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my go, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. For the blank and they know I'm impressive. He wanna talk, but he not on the schedule. I ain't taking a from my boy heavy. I'm the best, and you heard what I said. Spend all the money, I'm dripping, it's falling. Got on it, then it's dripping like water. Teaching, but I don't have a daughter.